ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go turning right and left tonight as we take the Jones BS Racing League Legends to Lime Rock. Here is your starting lineup. It'll be Rusty Modesty and Andrew Thornton on the front row. Matt Oven Mitts Hayden and Josh Doobie on the second. Jimmy Fitz, Maurice, and Kyle McRecken Martin have the third row. Tyler Gilbert and Edmund Jones have the fourth. Brian Edwards and Aaron Clark rounding out the top 10. Ed Jones Sr. starts in 11th. Kenny Tripp in 12th. Joey Smith in 13th. Terry Duguay starts 14th. Hey, I just had a great idea. Hey, Matika, does Edmund have a good nickname we can use on air? Hey, good evening, Chance. How's it going, buddy? Just waiting. Looks like we're waiting on one driver. Looks like we're waiting on Kenny Tripp to take the grid. Everybody else is lined up and ready to go. Since last time the Jones BS Racing League was here, we got some new cameras from Track Cams for Gourmets. So you'll definitely want to check out their website. They do some awesome work. But we'll have some great new views for tonight's race. Alright, looks like the pace car is rolling. Wow. Pace car has issues tonight. Would expect nothing less out of a Ford. Also, since we're road course racing, there is the track map for you. You can keep track of where your what position your driver's in, and where they are on track. Rusty Modesty and Andrew Thornton leading him around on the pace lap. McRecken had to go to the tail end of the field due to winning. Actually pulled off the first sweep of the season last week. He'll start from the back. Now can he get to the front? This track is a gradual downhill from the start-finish line. Then you get to that back straightaway. You make that right-hander. It's uphill, then a little bit downhill, but not, and then a little bit back uphill, then a little more downhill. So it's got some elevation changes, some very drastic. And as we were showing you during qualifying, man, these cars can get very light as you come through that final section. Could see some excitement there. Pace car is dropping in. It's time to go racing. Here they come. Green flag is in the air. They're down and away. 20 laps to go at Lime Rock. Into turn one and a lot of side-by-side action, but right behind. And we've got a car dropping back. It's Aaron Clark has gone by. Oh, Aaron's off track. Another car off track. There are several cars off track coming out of turn one. Several drivers picking up a lot of positions here in the early going. And McRecken is on the move. He's already back up into 6th place after starting in 13th. Rusty Modesty in the lead, Andrew Thornton in second, Josh Doobie in third. Matt Hayden in fourth, Jimmy Fitzmaurice runs fifth. Let's take a look at what happened to some of these drivers on that first lap. We saw Aaron Clark going off. Let's see, I believe Terry Duguay went off right behind him. And there he comes out of turn one, just pushes it and goes off, gets the car back on track. Edmund Jones also going off track, as well as Brian Edwards. There's Brian Edwards just ahead, and Edmund just gets loose out of one, collects a couple more drivers. And looks like Tyler Jalbert might have gotten the worst end of this one. Jalbert there in the pink car just gets turned around and completely stopped. So anarchy on lap one. Rusty's, oh! Who is off back behind? That is Josh Doobie. Coming toward that final turn. Oven Mitts right behind. Did they touch? There is going to be the question. Was there contact there? Let's see if we can get a better angle on the incident. I think there might have been slight contact there coming out of the final turn. Doobie ends up in the inside wall. Meanwhile, Modesty still out front. Andrew Thornton in second. They're the only two drivers to break the 1 minute mark so far. Matt Hayden currently runs in third. Jimmy Fitzmaurice in fourth. And would you look at this? The points leader, Kyle McRecken Martin, all the way up into fifth after starting in 13th. Joey currently running in sixth. Aaron Clark has gotten recovered into seventh. Doobie recovered into eighth. Ed Jones Sr. in ninth. Ed Jones Jr. in 10th. And Jr. on the outside headed toward turn one. Senior locked the brakes up a little bit. And Jimmy Fitzmaurice has crashed. This may come down to a battle of attrition here tonight. Jimmy was running it for... Oh, he just clips the grass enough to send the car around. Move Kyle McRecken Martin now back up to fourth now. Rusty Modesty still setting the fastest lap every lap so far. Andrew Thornton 1.5 seconds back in second place. Matt Oven Mitts Hayden further back in third. McRecken in fourth. Joey Smith in fifth. Joey was one of the drivers that was not excited about being here tonight, but up in the top five. Andrew Thornton has gone off track. Has started in second place, has been in second the whole race, just snaps loose coming off turn one. And these cars are so light that once they snap loose, it is so hard to recover. Andrew Thornton drifts back into fourth. Now Kyle Martin up to third. Matt Hayden still in second, 3.5 seconds ahead of Kyle. Meanwhile, Edmund Jones has come through that crowd dramatically. He is now back up into seventh place. Aaron Clark also... Oh! Aaron, hold on to her, buddy. Aaron gets light over the top of the hill, loses the back end. Ed Jones Sr. now back up in 10th. Jalbert back in 11th. Terry Duguay in 12th. Aaron Clark has gone to pit road. He will need significant repairs. It looked like the engine was done. Matt Oven Mitts Hayden in second. Kyle McRecken Martin is closing that gap just extremely quickly. Kyle came into tonight with a big points lead. Almost 30 points coming into tonight after only 3 races. But Rusty Modesty looks like he is smoking the left rear tire as he comes through that corner. He is flying out here tonight, and it's going to be very tough to beat. Tyler Gilbert has had problems. Tyler Gilbert turning, do believe that is hell. Just shoots a little wide off there. Jimmy Fitzmaurice had towed to pit road earlier. He is now back out on track. Aaron Clark also back out on track. And there you see the top 3 and the gaps between Rusty Modesty's lead now 5 3/4 seconds over Matt Oven Mitts Hayden. Kyle McRecken Martin in third. He had gained a lot of time on Matt Hayden, but has since fallen back, and about 3 seconds behind. He had gotten as close as almost 2.5 seconds. Has lost a little bit of time, but still trying to chop away at that lead. Andrew Thornton still holding on to fourth, but his lifelong friend Joey Smith is gaining on him in fifth. Doobie in sixth, and Edmund Jones has caught Doobie. Edmund Jones was one of those involved in the turn 1 incident on lap 1. Has had a great recovery here. Up to 7th, trying to run down 6th place. Brian Edwards currently runs in 8th after starting in 9th and hitting the inside wall on the first lap, getting caught up in that big wreck. Ed Jones Sr. still running in 9th. He is having a great recovery as well. Tyler Gilbert currently runs in 10th. Although I do have to say, you're driving a My Little Pony car. I see Rainbow Dash on there. That might give you an unfair advantage there, Tyler. Oh! Aaron Clark has some problems again coming up the top of the hill. And it looked like Gilbert. Oh, Gilbert's in the wall. What happened to Tyler? Comes around the court just a little too wide, gets into the grass, and slams hard into the inside wall. I think a lot of these guys have forgotten how to turn right. Hey, good evening, JR. Rusty continues to keep his lead about 5.5 seconds. It looks like he is not pushing nearly as hard right now as Matt Hayden hanging out 5 3/4 seconds back. Rusty has backed off just a hair, trying to make sure he can save the car. Meanwhile, Matt Hayden is laying down the fastest laps right now. Kyle Martin in third is gaining again, the gap back down to 2.6 seconds. And Andrew Thornton may have just lost connection again. And Aaron Clark has had a problem. He is on pit road. Let's see what happened. Coming down. Oh, just gets loose. Spins right in front of Thornton. Manages to get it rolling again, but a few moments later, it looks like he had problems. Does not look like that car is getting up to speed. Let's see what happened up here at the top of the hill. We have seen so many drivers struggling as they come over the top. and it just gets light on him, and he goes to the outside wall this time. Oh! Ed Jones Sr. goes off just behind the leader out of turn 1. And McRecken is off the track. Kyle McRecken Martin has had an issue. Down into turn 1. Just goes a little too wide. Gets the grass. Almost has it saved. But gets grip at just the wrong moment and goes off. There is definitely non-stop excitement here tonight. Tyler Jailbert has just crashed. Oh, just got too much of the inside curbing. These cars are so light, it does not take much to upset the balance of the car and send it around. Kyle Martin manages to hold on to third, but all the ground he had gained on Matt Hayden is gone. He's now 8.5 seconds back. Joey Smith in fourth was gaining on third place, but has since gone off track. Josh Doobie now back up into fifth after problems early, and look who is still right on his back bumper, Edmund Jones. Brian Edwards back in seventh, Ed Sr. now in eighth, Jailbert in ninth, Jimmy Fitzmaurice in 10th. Terry Duguay in 11th, and Rusty Modesty is right behind this battle. This could get very dicey for Rusty here in just a moment. And it looks like Edmund Jones, after gaining all that ground back, has crashed again. No, it was not. Oh, yes, it was. Looked like he might have had a connection problem there. Now Rusty Modesty starting to chip away at these lap cars. Let's ride around Lime Rock with the leader for a lap. Down that long front straightaway towards turn 1, gets on the brake way late, gets down to the bottom, not too low. We've seen what happens when they hit that curbing too hard. Down towards turn 2, trying to carry as much momentum through here as possible, but this section of the track just so slick and so easy to lose control. Coming up on the lap car, goes to the outside. No chicane here tonight. So just turns right and heads up the hill. Car gets light. He holds the wheel steady and down toward the final section of track. A little counter steer, the back end trying to go around on him, back downhill and into that fast final corner. And full throttle once again down the front straightaway. He did that lap in 1:01.21. 1 minute 1.21 seconds. His fastest lap here tonight, 59.36 seconds. He also has the fastest lap of the night. Only 3 drivers have cracked the 1 minute mark so far tonight. I stand corrected. 4. Andrew Thornton cracked it earlier in the race with a 59.52. Other than that, it is just the top 3. Rusty Modesty, Matt Hayden, and Kyle Martin. Joey Smith now up into 4th. He's also having a great night tonight. Doobie in 5th. Actually, as they run, Joey Smith would I'm trying to do the math here in my head. I think as they run, Joey would move up into possibly second in the points. Edmund Jones has gone off again. Tyler Gilbert has gone off. Edmund having a rough night, missing the whole right front of the car. Just gets the clips the grass, goes off, and loses what was left of the front end on that car. Rusty Modesty going to come around. He'll get 3 to go this time by. Matt Hayden secure in second place. Kyle Martin in third. That'll close the points gap up between Hayden and Kyle Martin. Not a lot. Brian Edwards has crashed. Haven't talked about Brian much tonight. He's quietly been up there in the top 10 after that big incident on lap 1. Was starting to make his way up toward the top 5, but hits the top of the hill and gets the outside wall. Rusty Modesty back in lap traffic. Rusty has lapped now all but the top 5 in this field. Rusty Modesty, Matt Hayden, Kyle Martin, Joey Smith, and Josh Doobie, the only 5 cars currently on the lead lap. As Rusty comes down and gets 2 laps to go at Lime Rock. Matt Hayden currently runs in second. Kyle Martin in third. Joey Smith running in fourth. Josh Doobie in fifth. Edmund Jones, despite that incident and running down pit road to get a repair, currently runs in sixth place. Ed Jones Sr. is now up into seventh. Brian Edwards hanging on right now in eighth place. Tyler Gilbert now up into ninth. Jimmy Fitzmaurice in 10th. Terry Duguay on his return is up to 11th. Expect him to be a lot stronger when we go to North Wilkesboro in the Tour Mods. After this, Tyler Gilbert's in the outside wall, or inside wall again. Rusty Modesty on his way to the white flag. Going for his first win of the season here tonight. And he's got such a big lead on Matt Hayden right now. He just needs to keep a steady pace for the remainder of this lap. Kyle Martin back in third. Joey Smith in fourth. And Josh Doobie has caught Joey now. Doobie sends it deep into turn one. Joey gets a little bit better run off the turn. And now Doobie already looking underneath. Joey knows he's there. Oh, they touch and they crash. A last lap crash. We'll have to see who it comes out to be. But right now, Rusty Modesty gets the win at Lime Rock and his first win of the season. Matt Oven Mitts Hayden comes home in second. Kyle Martin looks like he is going to come home in third. Looks like Josh Doobie came out ahead on that deal. Joey Smith comes home in fifth. What a wild final lap. Let's see if we can talk to our top three. Hey, McReckon, it's Doug. You got me?
I do.
Hey, for starting in 13th and everything that happened to you, you've got to be really pleased with where you finished.
Yeah, it's not terrible. I I was catching Matt, and then I was looking at Senior, and I said, that looks like fun to go out in the grass. And yeah, screwed up a little bit, but happens.
Was it fun though?
Oh, it definitely was. This little jump here almost made me wreck like 3 or 4 times, and you could ask Joey. I was fishtailing the entire straightaway, so it was an effort.
Well, it did look like a fun race. You had a great run. It looks like Matt's going to gain a couple of points on you, but hey, next week you don't have to start at the back.
That's a good point.
Well, congratulations, man. Another great run. Looking forward to North Wilkesboro.
Thank you. Yeah, I got an EOL there too.
I know.
See what happens.
Good luck, man.
Thank you.
Kyle McRacken Martin comes home in third. Let me see if I can find Oven Mitts. Hey, Oven Mitts, it's Doug. You got me?
Doug, how you doing?
Hey, pretty good. I have to ask, man, have you talked to your sponsor, and is Rachel Ray happy with second place finishes?
I hope she's happy with it. That was a fun race. I tell you what, if this was a couple of months back, I hated coming to road courses in any of these cars, and we've been adding them to the lineup and doing more of them. So it's been fun.
It did look like it got exciting out there for a lot of the drivers, but man, you had a great race, and a couple of times you were hanging with or even closing down on Rusty.
Yeah, I was. He's been a good ad for us on the team for Checker Flag Motorsports, and I'm glad to have him. I was just kind of bummed that he showed up for this race because that would have been a win. But he's awesome on road courses in any car that he shows up in. So I learned a lot from him, and it's going to be good for the future of the team.
Well, man, congratulations. That was a great run tonight.
Thanks, Doug.
And let's see if we can talk to our winner. Hey, Rusty, it's Doug. You got me?
Doug, yes, sir.
Hey, I have to ask, man. Did you have nitrous under the hood of that thing or something? Because you were.
Oh, man.
I mean,
it felt like it.
You got out there, and Matt looked like he was running you down once or twice because there was a point mid-race where he was still running in the 59s. You were running literally right at 1 minute laps. I mean, it was almost perfect. And I was saying it looked like you were just kind of pacing yourself at that point.
Yeah, I really was, and I was just trying to be real safe around all the lap traffic and just manage them. Yeah, it actually came down to a pretty good split there. I didn't realize how close we were at the end. I was just trying to be safe and not throw it away myself.
Well, it definitely paid off, and I have to say it was really awesome. I was really impressed. You made the move, passing one of the lap cars, coming over that little bit of a jump on that last section of the track. That was a little bit. That was not a place I'd have made that pass.
No, the car gets real light there.
We saw countless problems there tonight, so I was really surprised, but that was a gutsy move, and man, after such a consistent fast night, you definitely earned the win.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. And hey, shout out to my team, Checkered Flag, taking home first, second tonight.
Congratulations, man. That was an awesome race.
Thanks.
Rusty Modesty wins his first race of the season while Matt Hayden does a lap of the track in reverse. Oh boy, next up, don't go anywhere because the group will be back in the Tour Mods and they're going to be at North Wilkesboro. Kind of appropriate considering North Wilkesboro is about to get its first race in 20 years. So a great night for a great track and some more great racing. Stick around, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a few moments.